Could an AEW star be departing next week? We'll talk about it. Plus, a WWE Champions WrestleMania 41 plans are in limbo. And some title matches have been added to Survivor Series this weekend. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Penta has had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, in, out, shake it all about. Do the hokey cokey and you turn yourself around with AEW. Since at least the summer, there was some speculation that the Lucha Bros were WWE bound that turned out to be nothing and something that Penta walked back. But we have an update on Penta's sitch this morning, don't we, Adam?
Fightful saying word within All Elite Wrestling is that Penta's deal will be up next week and that he'll effectively become a free agent, barring some unforeseen changes. He's expected to have interest from WWE, although nobody in an official capacity there has ever mentioned him to Fightful. There are already indie companies looking to book him in high-profile matches should he become available. It'll be interesting to see where he goes next. I've always thought that Penta and Ray as well, both tremendously marketable characters, and I'm not sure that's something that AEW capitalized on to the extent that they should. Penta's mask especially, it's awesome. Kids would absolutely love that. Why are they not at merch stands all the time? I really want to see him in WWE. I think they'd be absolutely class. I think WWE's tag division right now across all 3 brands, in fact, but I'd expect them to go to main roster, but all 3 brands is pretty decent right now. And you throw the Lucha Bros in the mix there, and I think you're laughing.
Something that you mentioned to me before, because we're edging closer to the Rumble.
We are.
So do we see Penta in the Rumble?
I think it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because there will be a lot of WWE fans who are unfamiliar, and Royal Rumble attracts a fairly casual crowd. I'm not sure if Penta comes out. First of all, if you're doing that, Penta's coming out solo, at least initially. So he's coming out on his own. Do you want to debut them as a tag team? Are the audience going to be familiar enough with him at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view? I'm not sure, but that said, if Penta did come out, the buzzer sounded and Penta walked out, I wouldn't be complaining at all.
I mean, it's one of them where when you say, obviously, it does attract a more casual audience. I always remember AJ Styles' reaction when he came out.
Oh, come on. AJ's different to Penta.
It's different
slightly
beast.
different on the pecking order. I'm not saying that Penta's not known.
I was basing it in terms of mainstream Western wrestling presence. But obviously AJ is far further up the pecking order, but certainly wasn't one familiar to the WWE audience. But maybe Penta isn't so. Yeah, I see that.
I don't know. I think he would get he would certainly get a reaction. I'm just not sure it's the time to bring him out, especially if you're going to put him in the tag division. I wouldn't put him in the Rumble if he's going to go in the tag division at some point. The
best Rumble reaction of all time would probably go to Edge when he returned in 2020.
Yeah, absolutely. Just an incredibly emotional moment. I rewatch that all the time, especially since they uploaded the cut where they didn't miss the spear. Edge made it difficult for him. In fact, I think they were sort of. They were a little bit confused because Edge runs out, and I think he came out very, very quickly after the music started, and he's pegging it all over the place. I don't know what I think he just threw him off a bit.
He was very excited, bless him. And Adam Copeland could be looking at a return very, very soon as well. It was brought up during the Full Gear Media scrum about the status of Adam Copeland, and Tony Khan just said he was looking forward to having him back in the company. I haven't seen him since he basically tombstoned himself off the top of the cage at Double or Nothing in May, breaking his tibia, bless him. PW Insider have given us an update on Adam Copeland.
Yeah, good news. He's been cleared for physicality, but he's not expected back with AEW, at least not regularly, until he's done shooting material for the 2nd season of Disney Plus's Percy Jackson, where he plays as Ares, the god of war. No idea what this is on about. Hollywood sources indicate the season is currently shooting and is expected to wrap up this January.
Copeland was in attendance last week at the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions in Florida, where he was promoting a Rated R Superstar Player One amusement group drop prize game that will feature Rated R Superstar Championship belts.
What does that mean?
It's like a arcade thing with Adam
drop
Copeland.
prize game. What does that mean?
Is that not where you like a grabber?
Oh, like a claw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
That's
right.
what
I
I
used to
think.
work in an arcade. I should know this. A drop prize game, like where the ball goes through the hole.
Possibly.
Okay.
When a ball goes through a hole, the prize comes down, possibly. But either way, he was told he was looking good and he was moving around well, presumably dodging the grabber. So he's in good form, as according to people who were there at the amusement parks attractions affair. A few readers have asked about the potential of Copeland returning on the January 1st AEW Fight for the Fallen event. It'll be the first Max simulcast emanating from Nashville. And they say Nashville. He says it's certainly possible and will be a perfect moment sort of deal, obviously, but we haven't heard any specific potential return dates. So the one in Nashville could be, which is one which they're doing on Max and on casual. What channel? I forgot the channel. TBS. Mm-hmm. TBS. That's the one. I know I had some initials in it. It's going to be on both of those, so maybe that'd be a nice place to bring Adam Copeland back as a big impactful moment there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really looking forward to seeing him back. I don't know how much longer Adam Copeland will be doing it. And obviously the timing's not quite right while Christian is one of the most evil men on the planet. But I'm really, really hoping that we do get an ENC reunion at some point. I think we probably will. I've got a feeling that Adam Copeland is going to be the man who stops Christian from cashing in. I think that's the way you do it. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they go down that route. At the same time, there's a big part of me, because of the work that he's done, especially in recent years, and how great he is, that wants to see Christian as the world champion. But I'm not sure that's the plan. I think Adam Copeland is going to be the man who stops him doing it.
You cheeky rainbow. That's a nice idea. Let's speak a little bit more on Jade Cargill, one half still of the women's tag team champions. We talked about her yesterday because she was written off on SmackDown. Jade Cargill got car-killed, essentially.
Hey, that's good.
Hey, thank you. Wrestling Observer reporting that she could miss up to 3 months due to legitimate injury, which is why she's been written off. But PW Nexus are reporting that 3 months could be a best case scenario for Jade Cargill.
Yeah, sources indicating that Cargill is out with a neck injury and that her WrestleMania plans are currently in limbo, as it could lead to Cargill missing a year of in-ring action. I would assume that the plan for WrestleMania was going to be a match against Bianca Belair. One of them turning heel. I think it looks more likely now that that's going to be Bianca, because I think she's probably responsible for the car thing that we saw on SmackDown. But we might have to wait a little bit longer for that to happen. It would really suck for her to miss WrestleMania, because if that was the plan, and I think it probably would have been a big singles match for Jade, putting that off is not ideal, is it?
Not particularly, no. One we will definitely keep an eye on at cultaholic.com. This weekend it is Survivor Series, though, and we had 2 title matches announced for Survivor Series last night on Raw.
We certainly did. Bron Breakker will be defending his Intercontinental title against both Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser in a triple threat match after Sheamus interfered in a bout between Kaiser and Breakker on last night's Raw. And then on the SmackDown side of things, US champion LA Knight will defend his title against the returning nasty Shinsuke Nakamura.
No.
I really want Shinsuke
I'm a speed
to win.
bump on this channel.
He's not gonna win. I know Shinsuke's not gonna win, but I really want Shinsuke to win. I really want Shinsuke. No disrespect to LA Knight, I think he's been a really good champion so far. But the idea of Shinsuke coming back after so long away and just then losing his first big match back is not ideal at all. They're never going to pull the trigger, are they? And I know it's like with Shinsuke, he's happy just pissing about and surfing and getting paid
he's
loads
having the
of
time
money.
of his life.
But I want to see more from him. I miss the Shinsuke of old. I think there's a possibility on the Raw side of things there that Kaiser wins that one, and I don't think Bron's taking the pin. I think it's interesting. It's going to be a triple threat match. I think there's a possibility that he might do that. There's been reports that he's in line for a big singles push, and they're making a big deal of him on TV. I think it's a possibility. At the same time, Bron's not long had that title back, has he? So I don't know.
Interesting one, but it's also confirmed for Survivor Series as well as those 2 matches, of course. Gunter defending the World Heavyweight title against Damian Priest. The Women's War Games match, Bianca Belair earning the War Games advantage for her team last night. And of course, the Bloodline War Games match now featuring CM Punk and a whole lot of potential shenanigans.
I think it's going to be a really, really good show. It'll be interesting to see how many matches we get. I'm chuffed, right, that we're getting both the men's mid-card titles on the premium live events. You don't always see that anymore.
No, you don't. So that's 5 matches for the show. Do I count 5 matches? So far. You can watch all of it, of course, along with Adam and Andrew this coming weekend with live reactions at youtube.com/cultaholic/live. Of course, before that, we have 9 pitches for Survivor Series, as well as predictions for the show. You'll have what happened at Survivor Series with Jack, and on patreon.com/cultaholic, the WTF moments with Ross as well. And for the latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.